Located at the heart of what is becoming the entertainment hub of Abu Dhabi, the Yas Marina circuit is establishing itself as one of the glamour events on the calendar. 55 laps of the track will begin in daylight but end in darkness for this so-called twilight race just after Halloween, and this Middle Eastern event proceeds. Lights out, away we go, and up front is a good start once again from the two Mercedes, and Hamilton down the inside, Rosberg on the outside, but it's Vettel who leads into the first corner. Sebastian Vettel leads once again into the first. Ben Massa running very wide. Not sure if there was any contact in that mid-group.
Didn't look like there was contact as he went through turn one, but it's certainly still tight as he go up through 2 and 3, and it looked like Lotus of Kimi Raikkonen was being pushed out as Lewis Hamilton looks for a way around the outside of Romain Grosjean.
Grosjean done well there, got past Hamilton because Hamilton was initially away very well, so Vettel leads. It's Rosberg in second place, and then you've got in third Webber, and the two Ferraris. Look, Alonso already gaining some territory there. He's up to ninth place, I think, already. So, well, Martin Donnelly, former Lotus Grand Prix driver, is driver steward this weekend. He'll be watching that closely. Fernando Alonso has made his pit stop, and he's on his way once more, so he will have switched from the soft tyre to the medium tyre. 2.8 seconds for the stop. And of course what he's trying to do is move himself ahead of Felipe Massa, but the gap between Massa and Alonso before they came in was around 4 seconds, so it's going to be tough this. And I wonder if Massa will be next in. They may well bring Felipe Massa in straight away.
Sebastian, your pace is quite a bit better.
Hulkenberg ninth. Oh, and look at this, Alonso trying to get past Sergio Perez, but Perez has the inside line and doesn't even bother looking in his mirrors.
Well, he's going to be vulnerable as he comes out of turn 9, and Alonso firmly in DRS zone here. Does the Ferrari have enough top speed? Perez, will he go defensive? He goes left. Alonso's just going to power around the outside, and if he spots his braking, he'll be absolutely fine.
So Alonso takes the place, and that moves him up to 11th position. Do you have to sort of back off almost and not overtake on the first part, the first DRS straight, and time it for the second one? Is that what you've got to think about doing?
Well, it absolutely looks like drivers
so far, but he is on the medium compound tyre, so that's why he's able to go quite so deep. He didn't start on the soft tyre, and Alonso using that DRS zone to good effect, and yep, squeezes it in front of the Williams and gets the job done nicely. He moves up into 9th place as a result of that.
Breathing in there as he pulled out the slipstream. It looks like he was going to catch his front wing on the back of the Williams, but judged the length of that car to perfection.
Another look at it.
It's such a late move as he came out of the slipstream. Well, it looks more gentle from that camera angle, but certainly from the inboard, it was incredibly close. And you saw Alonso just glancing in his mirror as he snakes the car into the apex.
It happened on the first of Hulkenberg's stop. It happened again, and it was just complete exasperation that the moment that tyre was eventually put on, they just let him go.
Alonso's got past to Sutil now, and Sutil really struggling for grip. He's done a long stint on this first set of medium compound tyres, and he's...
Straightforward DRS at that point. Sutil was actually pulling away until they got in the DRS zone, and then you see the overspeed from the Ferrari, fairly straightforward.
Sutil has just made his pit stop at last. Alonso's there as well to try and take advantage. He's sort of dropped back a little bit. Alonso will see this as an opportunity for him. And he takes the tighter line into the hairpin. My goodness, they're close there. And he gets a little poor exit out of that corner, does Alonso. And they have definitely lost out to Romain Grosjean. Lotus had to call that pit stop then. Otherwise, he would have come out behind the Ferraris. On board with Alonso, not quite close enough again to try and pass his teammate.
Yeah, well, they will have no chance really against Grosjean. That battle there, his teammates gone through already. Are they going to be able to get in front?
Oh, he's come out and right alongside the Toro Rosso. They almost bang wheels, and he's ahead of Massa. He is ahead of Felipe
Massa. Almost hits the back of Verne.
Oh my goodness, and has to take to the escape road, so has to drop back a little bit once again. So Massa losing that place to Fernando Alonso, and well, Massa nearly going off.
Well, he did. He cut the corner. In fact, that's something we saw from Lewis Hamilton in free practice ahead of qualifying, and then we know he had a suspension failure in qualifying. So there is a huge curb there. Fernando Alonso had himself on the outside of the Toro Rosso, and let's just see the replay here as he rejoins. We're seeing it the reverse angle out of the pit lane. Comes out alongside as they come up through 3, completely off the track, cuts the curb. And, well, personally, I think he'll get away with that. And I think Massa was so surprised to see Alonso run it round the outside. He locked up into the...
Bottas has just rejoined. Now, this was it again. That curb that Alonso went over is actually the curb, I think, that did the damage to Hamilton yesterday.
Well, there you go. Incident involving Alonso under investigation for track limits. So let's see if we can get it on board. So he's on track, then he's off track, of course, quite clearly. Well...
That's a tough one, isn't it? I mean, he's got a chance to get past Lewis Hamilton.
He's in the limiter, though. He's just buzzing the limiter, and at that point, you lose acceleration. So what he's trying to do is force Hamilton to go tight in the first part of the chicane, so he gets a better drive off onto the back straight, using all of the curb as he exits that corner. He's in the DRS and slipstream zone.
Here comes Alonso on Lewis Hamilton. He moves to the outside, and he's got the move done. Nothing that Lewis Hamilton could do about that. Superior grip from the softer tyres. The DRS zone to help as well, and now Fernando Alonso goes chasing on, tries to get the run out of the corner, and Paul di Resta, is there anything he's going to be able to do as Alonso catches up and the DRS is in operation? The Ferrari moving to the inside, battle on the brakes, but he's on the superior tyres now, and Fernando Alonso moves himself into 5th position, having started in 10th.
Well, Paul, knowing he's on the older tyres, there's no point weaving around, getting dust on those tyres. It's about trying to make sure he's not under pressure from Hamilton within the last few laps of this Grand Prix.
Oh, and look, he's having a little look back at him, but the incident involving Alonso going wide will be investigated after the race, as you can see from the message on the screen. So it's certainly not going to be a drive-through penalty for Alonso in the race, but if a penalty is applied afterwards, that could change the result, of course. Let's see the pass once again.
No, straightforward. He just did it on the brakes, kept it tidy.
So Fernando Alonso up into 5th position. Di Resta now with Lewis Hamilton not far behind him. The gap was only a second as they went over the line last. So Hamilton very much within DRS